attitude that you are going to get anything, because that mindset was very helpful. And the Lord asked us to go to 6 countries. And by his grace, the Lord added 5 more. And I will explain how. First thing was that the journey wouldn't even have taken place. We are Heathrow Airport. I booked Air Kenya because it's an African airline. I was going to Africa. But then, 19th August, the time to board, the flight was not ready. They were still fixing the aircraft. They had issues. And the Lord prompted me to walk up to the counter and introduce them and told them that I've already scheduled a meeting in South Africa the next day. The plan is arrive from London to Nairobi to South Africa, arrive around 10 o'clock. Then around 3 o'clock, have a meeting scheduled. And I said, listen, if I don't travel, it's going to be very terrible. People have already been booked. Things have been booked at the hotel, the airport premises, for the meeting. I say, you have code-share partners. Can you look out and check? And the Lord touched them. No argument. They went onto the computer, began to search, and found that British Airways was going to travel that night. I was going to travel straight, a longer journey straight to South Africa. And they transferred me to that flight. I mean, from Heathrow here. Amen? Beautiful. But then, in the process of the transfer, I think they missed my luggage. They either didn't take it or they took it and it was not booked. But then the first country I was to go to, South Africa, the Lord told me, he says, don't go into the country. Stay meeting at the airport, and as many as are able to come, meet them there. So scheduled a meeting at the airport. We found that there was an airport hotel called City Lodge at the airport. There are 2 hotels there. And they have a conference room. And then something amazing happened. We need to say it because God is doing something. Arise South Africa paid for accommodation of me and Apostle John. Arise South Africa paid for the conference room where we met with IMF South Africa. Even paid for the parking tickets for the people that came for the meeting. Isn't that awesome? I mean, a young congregation is going to be 1 year old in October. But it tells you something why this church plants God, because there's something we saw happening, that this vision God is giving, if it has to become what it ought to be, it will require a rise on the ground. Because the brethren arise as here, take IMF as our, take Global School of Ministry as our. I hope you understand. It is not half and half. You know, when we come to meetings, leaders come to meetings. It's only here in this place that everybody, because we run the royal priesthood after the order of Melchizedek. So once you're a minister, you're automatically a member of IMF, we take it as our own. We go together. And we got to Zimbabwe, dropped our stuff, went to the orphanage, you know, commiserated with the death, the passage of the founder of the orphanage, Pastor Patricia Jabangwe, and then began to speak with them, and they talked about the greatest need had being water. And as I told you during the church segment, God used one of our brethren to provide what was needed, and then the daughter of the lady who is in UK had raised some money herself from, and so both of them combined, and yesterday they got water. So that first assignment of the orphanage produced fruit yesterday. Amen. And then by the grace of God, went to visit the chairman of the board of trustees, whose wife was undergoing chemotherapy, went to visit to support them, financially, and to pray with them. And finished that and rested for the night. The next morning, we were on our way to airport to go and see the widows at airport, whom the Global Missions Board in Zimbabwe support, went with what they had for them. And the Lord asked us to support the church that puts them together. And we saw two young people. It's very touching. Two young people, our Sister Bola, who trained here, she has been sending money to support their education. And they did very well in their school cert. And the one that in the high school did excellently well and got admission to university. But Sister Bola is no longer, what she told them was she was not able to go forward. So the young man is there to go to the university, and so we trust the Lord will make a way. Amen. And then we stayed with the widows, had fellowship with them, and the brethren released what came with GMB. And then went home for the conference. The luggage still had not come. Went to a shop by the grace of God, got a suit, a shirt, shoe, and tie. And as I was about to pay, the brother who carried me, Minister Fungi of Arise Zimbabwe, insisted on paying for it. Amen. May the Lord bless him. So by the grace of the Lord, the conference was wonderful. They were open heaven. Bishop Xavier joined us, and together we ministered to the brethren in the conference. It was a 2-day conference. And after the conference, we went on to the graduation of GSOM Africa online program, and they had a graduation on the Friday. It was an awesome meeting, a whole lot of people who were ordained. The next day was Saturday. Last year when we went for the inauguration of Arise, we gave them an assignment. We offered to train the ministers in Zimbabwe who are not part of IMF, train them in kingdom culture. And the assignment was given to Arise in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for being with us on this program and watching, and we believe you learned something and the Lord bless you. Now it's time to connect with us on our social media platforms. We have a daily live stream on Facebook, Monday all the way to Sunday, every day, about 10:30 a.m. UK time. And that's the same as Nigerian time. And it's either Apostle George, Monday to Friday to Thursday, Pastor Grace, Friday to Sunday, and then in the evening of Sunday we have 2 sessions from 5:30 to about 6, after 6, another one up to 7. So please join us on the live stream and you're going to enjoy it. We also visit our website www.gsom.ac to download free ebooks. This course you just listened to, all these lessons, there's an ebook we have free of charge. Everything we do is free. But more importantly, you can actually do your program on, ebooks. You can do your program entirely on ebooks and with this video, or anyone you want. You can also, if you want to do the Yes course or do the master class, you can go to www.kingdomboostclub.com and you can subscribe so that you can do it. You can also subscribe to our channels, this YouTube, gsom.tv, and we also have a Telegram channel, GSOM Media. You can send us an email at akclive.tv@gmail.com. We love you dearly and we want to partner with you to make sure that the body of Yeshua, Jesus, is empowered with truth. Remember, it is the teach, train, equip, activate, and release paradigm. Absolutely free of charge. Have a blessed day and we'll see you again soon.